Be prepared right from the start and throughout for flashing images, highly offensive language and sexual themes. Tonight, 4 men face the public vote. 3 will leave tonight.
This is the big one. I've had the most unbelievable experience here.
I've loved being in the house so much and I don't want to leave yet. I'm not ready. I want to stay another week.
And I do not want this to end.
I really, really, really hope the public save me tonight.
I feel like a slinky at the top of a staircase about to be pushed down.
I've made it this far. Come on.
Only one will survive. Who stays? You decide.
This is Celebrity Big Brother. Here's Emma Willis.
Hello and welcome to Celebrity Big Brother and a triple eviction. 3! This week has been all about survival as the men and women went to war. Wayne and Anne became squad leaders in a fight for the right to nominate. Now, what they didn't know is that 3 of the losing team would be leaving this evening. Oh, so the teams donned their war paint and they went into battle. Anne was so desperate to lead the women to victory that she barked orders and worked her team like a dog, and eventually she even started barking like a dog. That is actually Anne Widdecombe. Fact. Not all the housemates lapped up the rations, though, with Big Brother's tinned food putting the protein-craving Malika in a very bad mood. She even threatened to leave. Come on, who doesn't like spam? I don't like spam. Attention then turned from rations to letters from their loved ones. Only the winning team would receive them. Things were neck and neck, leaving this battle to be decided in the only way any true contest should ever be settled. Rock, paper, scissors. Yes! There wasn't a dry eye in the house as the women's letters were read out. Everybody blubbed, except Anne, who took the opportunity to blag herself for tickets to see Boyzone. +1, anyone? In the end, the women were forced to nominate there and then in a brutal showdown that put Andrew, Daniel, Johnny and Shane J in trouble. Those 4 housemates face a fight for survival, but which ones will be consigned to the Big Brother wilderness? Remember, you are voting to save. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 644 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. To save Andrew, add 02. To save Daniel, add 05. To save Johnny, add 10. To save Shane J or Courtney, add 14.
Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in tonight's show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. Please don't try to vote if you're watching on catch-up or outside the UK.
You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Now, remember, your vote is so important tonight because only one of those 4 will survive tonight's triple eviction. The vote closes in just over 8 minutes, so get dialing. Now, as we saw last night, Andrew had a few choice words behind Anne's back, but will he choose to forgive and forget when he has more words with the Widdecombe?
Morning has broken. much like Andrew did last night after he was nominated along with Shane J, Daniel and Johnny.
Morning, Johnny. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
I'm very sorry that you're having to go through it all again, my dear. All again.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Good morning, Andrew.
Morning, Anne.
How are you?
Andrew has come to have a word with Anne. Fingers crossed it's not the C word again.
I want to have a little chat if you don't mind, Dan.
No, I don't mind at all. I've been expecting it, so let's have a little chat, shall
I
we?
just wanted to make you aware that I was quite upset last night.
So I gathered.
About you bringing my family into something, which may have been a flippant comment.
No, it wasn't flippant, actually. It was deadly serious.
Okay.
Because I think you need to think more about what people outside are seeing. And when you put on that display, I mean, you knew I'd seen it, but you pretended I hadn't. But what does concern me, and it does, is that your family outside are seeing you act like that.
I mean, that one action cannot define how someone's behaving.
Well, I think it did rather at that moment, because it crossed a huge line.
Well, it didn't. We're having fun, OK? Which I feel is out of some people's reach in here, is to have what they'd consider to be fun. No one was meant to get offended by it, and it wasn't meant to offend.
Oh, are they, oh, they're having...
What? What?
Andrew and Anne.
Oh, they're duking it out.
Are they talking?
Yeah. Is it just them two?
Oh.
Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, going back to the comment, I don't mind people being personal with me, but as soon as someone brings my family into it,
But
I get very protective
Well,
over my
hang
family.
on. I mean, you don't need to protect them, because I wasn't saying anything bad about them. I was saying that they were seeing what you were doing.
Yeah, what
and
you
I'm
mean.
actually, you know, quite concerned that you should be really aware of that.
But, OK, so we'll go into other people's behaviour. I'm concerned that some of the views that you verbally expressed, if I was related to you, I'd be ashamed of you.
Fine.
In that instance.
But if you said that, that wouldn't worry me. So
Well,
why
I
does it
would
worry
be.
you the other way around?
I wanted to come and have it out with you, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to apologise. And although be it you are Anne and you are unapologetic, but in this instance, I'm going to forgive you for it.
Thank you very much.
OK? Because you ain't going to apologise, but all this censorship that I'm trying to do, I'm not going to do that anymore.
That's fine.
Other people might want to put you on this pedestal and treat you
Oh, I'm not on
as
any
a
pedestal,
superior
Andrew. That's a
being
nonsense.
in here, but
That's a
I'm not
nonsense.
going to do that anymore.
But that's a nonsense.
All right, well, thank you very much for let's hug it out, right?
Yeah.
There we go. There's
Yeah,
no hard
right.
feelings, but...
Well, obviously, I haven't got any hard feelings, but I rather think you have, actually.
Not anymore. No, I've forgiven you.
Good, thank you very
Okay?
much.
I've forgiven you, and I hope your family has seen everything you're doing and they're proud of you.
Well, I hope they will be too.
There we go. Well, thanks, Sam.
Poor old Andrew. Poor old Andrew.
Fucking witch.
Shane L has had a revelation.
There's a lot of chat going on in this house about validation. And to be nominated is to be validated. But I don't see it like that at all, lads. I am very happy to be in a position of not being nominated. I don't need to be accounted for. I am very, very pleased to skip on through that process. You've got 4 very different lads that are up, and I'm not entirely sure what the outside folk think of all of that, but we'll sure know tomorrow night what the crack is.
Do you remember when, because no one else remembered it, when cucumbers had salmonella?
Cucumbers?
Yeah,
No,
and they
my love,
recalled them all.
cucumbers did not have salmonella.
How could cucumbers have got salmonella?
Chicken, eggs had salmonella.
Eggs and
Okay, but they recalled a heap of cucumbers. I put money on it. I put £100 on it. I stopped eating cucumbers for ages and I've only just started liking them again. I may have got the illness wrong. I may have the illness wrong. It might not have been salmonella. There could be wrong.
Did they have-
They had an illness inside them by accident and they had to get recalled and tested. It was on the news and I was with my nan and she was like, don't buy none of them cucumbers, Jessica. I remember it like it was yesterday.
they had mumps.
I promise you, I promise you.
Jess in Piazza stars in Attack of the Cucumbers.
Do you know what? Who's going to be laughing when you find out the truth?
All right. All right. Well,
OK, well, unless they were actually grown, Jess, with some chemical.
That's what happened.
Yeah, well, that wasn't salmonella, love.
Gonorrhea?
I'm done. I'm done. You can get an STI from me.
Welcome to the Show Lounge.
Johnny and Daniel have arranged for housemates to make a show of themselves.
So, good evening.
Good evening!
So, my name's Daniel O'Reilly. I come from a big Irish family, and my dad moved us from Ireland over to London looking for work. He opened an optician's, right, and got all the signs printed out of focus, and he made a fortune on the glasses. and then they put him on a prison ship.
Yeah.
And because he's Irish, he's a bit, you know, they put him on a prison ship and he tried to tunnel out and he drowned. Thank you very much, that's it.
So next we've got the magnificent Shane Jones.
I was thinking I'd sing something by an Australian woman called Kylie Minogue. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. A little bit of rhythm if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby sister can do it with ease. It's easier than learning your ABCs. So come on, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing your hips now. Yeah. Come on, baby. So come on, do the locomotion with me. So I should have thought of an end to the song.
Smashed it.
Our final act tonight is our game show, which is the yes or no game. I don't know if you've played it before, but the most important rule is you cannot say yes or no. It's pretty simple, right?
What's your name?
Andrew?
Andrew.
Yeah.
How are you, Ashley?
I'm very good.
You're not going to say yes, are you?
I would never say yes.
What's your name?
Shane.
Is it?
Sometimes.
Say yes.
No.
Hello, Jess, how are you?
Wonderful.
You good, yeah?
Lovely.
Yes?
Much obliged.
You have to answer the question I'm saying. Have you played this before?
I've played it many a time.
Have you?
Many times, of many different places.
OK, good. What's your favourite colour?
Orange.
You going to last 30 seconds?
Potentially.
Yes?
Or maybe every now and then.
Did I say no, then?
I don't think so.
What's your name?
Peter.
Peter?
Sometimes.
Is it?
Every now and then.
Oh, my God, I can't work with that! Jess is a winner! I haven't been beaten at this in 25 years.
Why do you smile?
I don't smell.
That's not what I heard, and other people think that you do. They say yes, do you?
No.
First she nails Brexit, then she beats the reigning yes-no champion. And you will never guess what? She's right about cucumbers. Oh, yes, it happened in America in 2015. Is she cleverer than she lets on? Now, if you think you would make a cracking housemate, then please do get in touch because applications for the summer series of Big Brother are now open. Just go to bigbrotherauditions.com and show us why you would be a brilliant housemate and why we should put you in their house. So tonight, Andrew, Daniel, Johnny and Courtney face a triple eviction, and those four likely lads will be down to just one. Who have you saved? We'll find out very soon because the vote is now closed. Closed. I'll be talking to the house after the break. We'll see you very soon. Be prepared for flashing images, offensive language and sexual themes. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. The lads have been thick as thieves since going in, but time is up for our Fab Four tonight as they face a fight for survival. The boys are on the ropes, but who's going to be knocked out of the competition first? Shall we find out? Yeah! It's time to talk to the house.
You're going to need it. You've got those fans.
We're all standing in the same.
Celebrity Big Brother house, this is Emma.
Miss you. Love you, Shelley.
Andrew. Daniel.
Love you, Shelley.
Johnny. Courtney. Tonight is a triple eviction.
Oh,
No.
oh my God, oh my God.
Since yesterday, the viewers have been voting to save. I can now reveal the person with the fewest votes, and first to leave the house tonight is... Andrew. Daniel, Johnny and Courtney, two more of you will also be leaving the house this evening. Andrew, you have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes. I am coming to get you.
Oh, man, Jess.
Good luck, pal.
Have a good one.
See you in Chester. See you Friday.
Good luck. Have a good night.
Andrew, please leave the Celebrity Big Brother house.
Go on, pal.
Go in, brother. It's been great, man.
Don't tear up the town tonight and get the front page.
It's been an unbelievable experience, life-changing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Andrew! From dressing in drag to dressing downs from Anne, let's take a look back at Andrew's time in the house.
My name's Andrew Brady. I am a bit quirky, I'm a bit different, and I think that does benefit me.
Andrew's fun from the moment he wakes up to the moment he goes down.
Andrew is such a confident man.
Just a night in a woman's outfit looking fucking 10 out of 10.
He's ball to a china shop, but the most beautiful ball I've ever seen.
So where are you going on your holidays, love?
There's a gentleman there actually somewhere.
I like your nightie, by the way. It's my favourite colour, that.
Is it?
Yeah, dark salmon.
Go away. He is an overgrown infant.
Andrew and I are bosom buddies.
Ooh, like Job to Stone.
Just genuine affection.
Do you know if Courtney didn't have a dick, I'd go to town on that. I really like Ashley, and I would smash that. Wow. Because she's a...
Andrew, it's not going to look good calling an old lady a C word.
If I was related to you, I'd be ashamed of you.
Poor old Andrew.
Fucking witch.
Andrew is the naughty little brother of the house that likes to have fun.
Andrew's smart, multi-dimensional, kind of legendary.
So Andrew is in it to win it, but our apprentice star's tactics backfired and the game is up. Join us after the break when we'll discuss where it all went wrong. Be prepared for flashing images, highly offensive language, and sexual themes. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Please make some noise for our sixth celebrity out of the house. It's Andrew! Take a seat. Take a seat. So, how does it feel?
Epic.
Does it?
Yeah, it
Epic
does.
to be back in the real world?
No, to be part of such a fantastic
Epic
series.
to have done it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, 3 weeks out of 4, that's got going,
Yeah.
I think. And what an experience
We
it's
have
been.
kept you all in for a long time.
I know you have. No, it's been amazing. It's been such a good 3 weeks. But it's weird because them 3 weeks have felt like 3 months. It
Right,
just
yeah.
doesn't, time goes so slowly in
Yeah,
there.
it does. I mean, 24/7 with a bunch of people you don't know. I mean, that feels like years,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Were you surprised to hear that it was a triple eviction?
No, because I heard it when I was playing little table football downstairs.
Oh,
I already knew. You let the cat out of the bag with that one.
Oh,
But
my
no,
gosh.
I was surprised when I heard it then. Like, my
Yeah.
face was a picture because I knew
So you heard us during
it
the
was
live
gonna
show?
be. Yeah,
We
beforehand.
need to work on soundproofing. Come on.
But, yes, no, I was surprised because I think out of the 4 people there, they're 4 of the biggest characters in the house.
Yeah.
And I think now, what are you going to guys do for viewings, you know, for ratings? Because the rest of
You're
them...
not the only person in there,
I
you know.
but no, I'm not saying just me. I mean, another 2, either Daniel, Shane or Johnny,
Yeah.
you take them out of it and... It's,
To be
it's-
honest, though,
everyone goes
and
to
to
bed
be
at 9
fair
o'clock.
to the whole series, it hasn't just been about you 4.
No, I realise.
Everybody has had a part,
Yes.
and it has been the most fantastic series of Big Brother, so you should be pleased to be a part of it. I want to know, though, because you're quite confident, are you surprised you're the first out of those 4?
Yes and no. No, now I'm out because I got a load of booze and I've just seen what happened last night and was on it. And yes, because I think Johnny was really adamant that he was going to go. You know, he was almost like confident he was going to
Yeah.
go. So it kind of...
He seemed like that every time, though.
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
don't think he gives himself enough credit sometimes. He's genuinely a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he's sort of made his bed and he's going to
Yeah.
lie in it in his head. And yeah, so I'm not, I am and I'm not in the same,
Okay.
but ultimately we're all
You
right.
got the most noms this week. Let's take a quick look at what happened.
With deep regret because I like him very, very much.
Andrew.
Andrew, who was the second half of the esteemed theatrical performance.
Sorry, Anne, didn't think you'd seen us.
Your mother and your grandmother almost certainly did.
Andrew made a derogatory comment about female genitalia, which I deem inappropriate, and I took offence.
When somebody releases gases from their anus, it was very uncomfortable and hurt my insides.
I feel like there's a time and a place to play, and yesterday I thought you were being a little insensitive when Ashley was still upset about G leaving. I guess I'm just being protective over her.
I mean...
OK, hold on. So Ashley nominated... Ew, look at him chomping at the bit to get going.
I just wanted to...
Ashley nominated for derogatory comment that she didn't take kindly to.
Yeah.
Shane Lynch has previously nominated you for the way you speak about women.
Yeah.
And more recently, I suppose, we've seen Shane J talk to you about some of the words you called Anne.
Yeah.
So do you think they were justified in what they
Yeah,
thought?
in a way, yeah. I mean, with me, it's always been delivery, though. Like, it's not what I say, it's how I say it. And sometimes it
But
can
that
be...
depends on
the
how
Anne
it's
thing's different. The Anne
received
thing's
as
different.
well.
But going back to Ashley's comment, I didn't make a joke about female genitalia in the way she thought. She offered me some... Can I say it? She offered me some pilchards and rice and said, it doesn't smell like fish. And I went, oh, I've heard that before.
Yeah,
Like-
but it's quite obvious what you mean.
Yeah, but if she jumps to that conclusion, then that's her mind in some ways. But I get what they're saying and I take it on board.
But it's your mind as well,
yeah.
because you made the joke.
Yeah, but...
Which to some people will be funny.
Yeah.
And to some women won't be.
No, I get that. I do. And I've, I do hold my hands up.
I'm not telling you off. I'm just kind of... I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, that's okay.
That's what I'm here to do.
But the Jess one was... I got nominated for farting. She's the biggest culprit with farts as well. She just goes into the corner and kind of stretches to one side.
There are obviously, you know, the way you speak about women or the way some people heard you talk about women probably didn't take kindly to it. But we have had, I can't remember who it was here the other night saying, we all get on so well, so you have to just think of a ridiculous reason, because it has to be a valid reason.
Yeah.
So maybe farting was the only thing she could think of for somebody, and it was
I mean,
you.
I'll take it.
You said that you don't need a six-pack if you've got great chat.
Yeah.
So do you think you have great chat?
No, not after that. Not after what I've just seen. No. I mean, listen, I'll chat the back legs off a donkey. But Sometimes it can be taken right, sometimes it can be taken wrong, but with people in there,
And maybe
everyone's
that's
got
why you
an
have
agenda
to
in
feel
some
out
way.
who you're around and
Yeah,
what your
but
delivery
if I was
is.
with 16 people who I'd met on the outside and I wanted to sort of be with, I'd be able to be like. And sometimes I do feel a bit familiar with people, I think. But people have all got an agenda, and some people want to take offence to some stuff to feel like they have a reason to dislike someone. But they're not the sort of people I associate with outside. You know, I've got two of my best friends sitting there, and they know, both women, right? Just so you know, both women.
He's
and
waving the flag.
They know not to take me seriously in that.
Somebody who did take offence to something was you yourself. Let's take a look at how things got after Anne nominated you.
She can't be throwing around comments like that thinking they ain't going to impact on anything. Because she's a cunt.
She says...
Andrew.
It's an old lady.
Sorry, she's a cunt who's an old lady. There we go.
He's saying, wow.
Andrew was fucking bit out of all of them. Like.
You just wouldn't do it.
It's not going to look good calling an old lady a C word in any circumstance.
Quite frankly, if she hasn't got anything nice to say, she should shut a fucking trap. I am done pleasing the bitch.
I don't believe it's right to call anybody a bitch or a cunt.
Fucking witch.
Your face is looking...
Yeah, that was out of order. I'll hold my hands up, I'll say it's out of order. All right?
So why did that nomination affect you so badly?
Well, to me, anyone can say anything to me personally, and it'll be water off duck's back. It always has been. You know, I'm the first to make a joke about myself. I don't mind that. But when you take your loved ones into it, when the night before we had a carrot, which was you might be getting a letter from home, which subsequently got lost with a game of rock, paper, scissors. If I'd got that letter and my mum and dad had said they're proud of me, that would have just been sweet, no worries. But the fact I didn't have that, so 24 hours previous, it was already in my head, like, I wonder what my mum and dad think about me, I wonder this, I wonder that. And then when she throws that around, and I gave her the opportunity to apologise.
Yeah, but when you watch it back, she didn't actually say anything
but she
about
knew,
it. She said
she
that,
knew
and
what
she
she was saying.
She probably knew how it would affect you. But do you not? I just wish you'd have risen above it.
Yeah, I did.
And
I know.
And like when you said to Anne, you know, if I was your family, I'd be ashamed of you.
I would,
like,
for her views, yeah.
For her views, yeah. But she didn't take it. She just kind of went, well, okay, and I wouldn't react badly. I'd take your opinion. She does seem to be like that. She will
Anne in that sense.
Maybe you've learnt something from Anne.
From Anne, yeah. Yeah.
Can we just talk to your mum very quickly?
I'm sorry, Mum.
How did you feel watching that?
I think it was a very unfortunate use of that word, and I won't condone that word at all. However, I can see how it happened. I think it was a little bit cruel of Big Brother not to let them have the letters, and I could see he was struggling with that, especially as he read out Ashley's. And her parents had never watched any reality shows, and we haven't. The first reality show we watched was actually Big Brother. It was Apprentice, and then Big Brother. So we are really, really proud of him, and he's been fantastic in the show.
You just want him to watch his language.
Yeah, but he knows that on hindsight, and you know the thing is that he was a lad who was from Sheffield who has never ever done this until The Apprentice in October. So he's had no experience at all in any of this, and then he goes in there, and they're all seasoned pros. And, you know, I think he's done fantastic to actually last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it must be lovely to have your mum here.
I didn't know she'd be here. I said not until the final. Obviously, this is my
Flag
final,
the tickets,
so.
Show me your hand a second. So this is matching Courtney's tonight, right? So we have another on the ring finger. Can we just acknowledge? We've got to talk about you and Courtney because you had an absolutely fantastic relationship.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you first met her?
I first met Courtney, I was like, pow, this girl's fit. And then she was like, oh, my name's Shane. I was like, oh, OK. And then we got to know each other quite quickly. And
yes, you did.
And genuinely, Courtney has the biggest heart of anyone I've ever met.
You can see that.
He is... Oh, well, Shane is an unbelievable person. Someone I'd never think I'd ever meet in my day-to-day.
Do you think of them as different people?
No. Not at all.
Right.
I mean, I had a bit of a joke earlier on because I told him that I only just found out when I saw him getting ready. It's the first time I've seen him getting ready properly.
You've seen it?
I only just found out that it was Shane. So we had that sort of joke. I was sort of, Shane went into the cupboard
Right.
and Courtney came out sort of thing.
A bit like Superman.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shane as a person has the biggest heart. I've got so much admiration for him, for what he's gone through in his life and for what message he has for people out there. And we should all be listening to that sort of message. And that's why that's the message we should all listen to. And someone like Anne's message,
100%.
we shouldn't be listening to.
We've run out of time. I've got so many more questions I haven't asked you, but I do have to ask you, were there times when you were a little bit pissed and you saw Courtney and you forgot that Shane was in there?
No, because I know I would have had to unstrap his penis from his bum. I mean, it's not a jigsaw that fits together.
It is absolutely wonderful to see that relationship and to see how comfortable you both are with each other. It's fantastic. Mum, coming up and see you, son. Andrew, thank you very much. Careful.
I'm so sorry.
So, Andrew is the first of our boys out of the house this evening. Are you ready for another? It's time to talk to the house.
Oh, my God. Give it to me, come on.
Celebrity Big Brother house, this is Emma. Daniel.
Yeah?
Johnny. Courtney. I can now reveal the person with the next fewest votes and second to leave the house tonight is...
Good luck. Good luck.
Johnny. Daniel and Courtney. Only one of you will survive tonight's triple eviction. We'll reveal who that is later on tonight. Johnny, you have 30 seconds to say your goodbyes. I am coming to get you.
See you soon, mate. Love you too.
Johnny, bad luck.
See you later, girls.
Take care, everyone.
Johnny, please leave the celebrity Big Brother house.
Have a good one, brother.
Thank you for being such a good mate. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Have a drink for me.
I've had such an incredible time in the Big Brother house. I have loved every single second of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny.
Yeah, I'm great.
His dreadful dancing and terrible chat-ups weren't enough to save Johnny. Here's a look back at his time in the house.
Where am I looking? Hi, I'm Johnny Mitchell. I do try and be a gentleman, but I do like a joke. Hello.
Here's Johnny.
Do you know what? I look at Johnny like a younger brother. He's a lovely geezer.
He's very quiet.
The fuck did I eat last night?
What the fuck are you doing?
You're a good sport, Johnny.
I'm very fond of Johnny.
Don't forget to breathe.
I'm crowded. What is that about? I don't know when the last time I spurted a tear. Didn't think it would be on live TV.
I'm going to go through it all again, my dear. All again.
She's had a lot of good things to say about you. I thought a load of people kind of bad-mouthing an old lady. Mad how things go from one extreme to the other in this place.
Be careful, don't say anything stupid.
I think that ship may have sailed.
Andrew was fucking a bit out of order then.
Just don't do it. You don't do it.
You can be my Google.
He does always grace you with a smile.
Johnny's got a quiet, sexy confidence.
I fucking love you, Court.
Look, let's stop masturbating and...
I like Johnny very much. He's really cool.
So to John Mitchell.
So he went in a villain, but who were his house heroes? We'll be finding out after the break. Be prepared for flashing images, highly offensive language, and sexual themes. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Please make some noise for our 7th celebrity out of the house. It's Johnny! Take a seat.
Oh, bloody hell.
How was that?
That was intense. That was really intense.
So was the house intense, but how was your exit?
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. I loved that.
Right.
Yeah, that was nice. Walking up there, so I don't usually... Well, I haven't been getting nervous, but walking up them stairs, I was like...
Oh, you got a little bit nervous in there.
At times, you know.
We've seen tears.
OK, that was the first one. I didn't want to be the first one out, do I? But still.
Why were you so nervous?
What, on that first one?
Well, just from time to time.
I feel like I was kept it together for most of them.
Oh, you did? Don't worry, your man credit's still there. It's OK.
No, the first one was... I didn't really... I mean, nobody wanted to be the first one out.
Yeah.
I was very optimistic about my time in there, but I didn't really expect to win it, which obviously I was correct. But yeah, I think it was...
You've made it a good way through.
I've made it a good way through. I'm so happy with 3 weeks. I mean, there's a week left. I'm up against some big people in there as well. And yeah, I'm happy. I think it was more about sort of my perception and stuff like that. And when I saw that people kept me in, it was a big deal for me. It was.
And you must be happy with the reaction you got when those
I am,
doors
yeah, I'm
opened.
chuffed. Of course I am.
They weren't booing.
Huh? They weren't booing.
Well done. So the girls nominated this week. We have just seen it in Andrew's chat, but let's take another look at what happened with you.
My first nomination is Johnny Mitchell. I really enjoy his conversation, but lately I feel like I'm annoying him and he doesn't want to talk to me as much, and maybe that could be deemed as a bit standoffish.
Fair enough.
I believe he's playing it safe. I think he might want to spend a little less time outside smoking, a little bit more time with his team.
He smokes more than I do.
Are you apologising to your mum?
Oh, smoking, you know, I don't smoke outside. Yeah.
So we've just seen Jess say that she thought that she was annoying you. Was she?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't know how it comes off from there, but like people really sort of like they're clutching at straws there to find the reasons, and like that's fair enough. I don't mind that. Me and Jess get on well, all right. Never find the girl annoying, not in a million years.
Oh, that's nice. We were talking about this with Andrew as well, actually, and people that have come out and said it's quite hard to find a reason, so you just have to kind of pick anything.
We all get on.
Because you get
that's
on,
the thing.
yeah.
We all do get on.
Is there more to Jess than meets the eye?
She's very intelligent, deep down, yeah. I mean, she comes out with things now and then, I was just like, the fuck is she on about? And then they're like, and it comes out and it's actually true, and everyone's like, OK, fair play.
The cucumber thing is true.
Yeah, but she thought it was gonorrhea.
Oh, she said salmonella.
And then after she said gonorrhea.
I know, because you all laughed at her, but she did get it right first. Malika mentioned that she thought you played it safe.
Yes.
Were you playing it safe because of the reputation you went in there, because of the Love Island villain? What were you...
I think there's... I mean, playing it safe, you could say anyone was playing it safe. Everyone acts differently in that place. You're gonna. You're on TV. There's certain... and plus, the audience that you've got, you're surrounded by people who are a bit older, who like something. So, yeah, OK, so sometimes I wouldn't have joined into things when they're all kind of doing stuff maybe in a communal area, just 'cause I thought it might piss people off.
You adjust to your environment.
That's it. If you want to call that playing it safe, you can call it what you want. But, I mean, I'm not going to do certain things in front of Anne that I would in front of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Oh, it's respect as well,
It's respect.
I suppose.
In my eyes, it's respect. Respect for one's elders and that kind of thing. And there's some older people in the house. A lot of them, like Wayne, wouldn't say if things annoyed him, but it would actually affect him. Like the box thing, who would have thought that would have... I don't know if they showed that, but we all kind of like took the mick a little bit, and he didn't say anything, but actually it really pissed him off.
Sorry,
so he was building
again.
boxes in the cake challenge.
Yes, yeah.
Everyone kind of like had a little bit of a joke about it, but we didn't realise until later on that actually was annoyed. So the sort of banter that you'd have with each other isn't always the same as everyone else is going to appreciate.
Yeah.
And I think I realised that quite early on. So yeah, in that respect.
So you felt your way through it.
I felt my way through it. Yeah.
You and Andrew, thick as thieves.
Absolutely.
There was a point though during the time that you've been in there that it looked like things might be going a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
have a quick look
I
at
was
this
drunk
clip.
during this, I thought. She's had a lot of good things to say about you, and when she does have a bad thing, you can't judge her entire character from a bad comment. You can't.
Uneducated prick, man. Thought this guy was going to be different to what he portrayed on the first TV show he was on, and he is exactly what he portrayed.
I wasn't meaning anything maliciously, like...
No, I'm not saying you were, mate. I'm not saying you were. He's just uneducated. That's the problem. He's just uneducated.
So, slightly orcs, because he's sat right there.
It's a bit orcs, but it's water under the bridge already. It's gone, sorry.
But were you surprised?
No, not particularly. In my mind, I saw it as a little bit of a witch hunt. I mean, Anne is, like I said, you've got to respect your elders, and like, there's a lot of things that. And to be honest, she didn't really say anything that bad. Like, I figured that she just said to her, "Wait your turn to talk," and it got blown out because we'd all had a bit to drink. Someone had just left. The emotions were running wild, and then I came out to a load of people essentially bad-mouthing an old lady who wasn't there to defend herself. So I said my piece, which I didn't really think was necessarily. I wasn't having a go at anyone. I was just saying you can't say it. Like, give her a break.
Yeah.
Like, it's give and take, and that was my. I mean. Obviously, you got a bit upset by it. It's all water on the bridge, mate. Don't worry about it. The next day, of course, I'm a guy. I'm a lad, one of the lads. I walked up to him. I squashed it immediately. I didn't want to argue.
So it's not something that carries on. It kind of happened.
Never in a
water
million
under the
years. I woke up that
bridge,
morning
and
and the first thing I wanted
everything's
to do was...
and you did.
squash
You were quite happy to defend her. I think especially when you're in a group of blokes, it's very easy to just kind of get, or a group of girls, either way, to get swept along and kind of end up agreeing with each other. But you did kind of stand your ground. How did you find Anne as a person? Because I think she seemed to have a soft spot for you.
I've got a soft spot for Anne. I mean, Anne is not going to please... Nobody pleases everybody. They don't.
No.
It's a fact. Anne has got certain views and opinions that I personally don't agree with. But the fact is...
Absolutely.
The fact is she's got the right to have them, same as everyone else does. So if we're all in the house together with each other, we all just have to try and get along. And that means not approaching her about stuff that she's never going to change her mind on. It's just live and let live.
Yeah.
It's literally... I do have a soft spot for Anne. I think she's a lovely lady.
I think there's also the kind of thing of she does have these opinions that we don't agree with, but she doesn't try and force. She doesn't seem to, from what we've seen, try to force them on people.
If someone asks her, she'll tell them straight, but she's not going around preaching about what she believes in unless someone really comes to her for it.
Yeah.
So she might see something that she's a negative reaction to, but then it's only when someone will ask her why she's had that negative sort of like, you know, we all saw it, didn't we, where she does like the head in the hands, like, why are you acting like that? And then she'll tell you. She's a straight shooter, I respect it.
Even with the locomotion, when you said you've got to swing your hips now, he didn't really do anything, Shane. He just swung his hips and her eyes were to heaven.
No, actually, he turned around and shook his arse a little bit. But, I mean, that's a little sort of thing that can set Anne off. But she's a human being. She gets offended by some stuff. It's life.
You've been part of a fantastic series, let me just tell you. It's been absolutely amazing.
Big, yeah?
It's been massive.
Glad to hear it.
And the one thing that we normally have rife, I think, as viewers is they're playing a game, everybody's playing a game. But this series, I haven't really felt that very much. But the first people to start talking about gameplay was you boys. And you'd only been in there for 24 hours.
I don't remember.
You did.
Did I talk about it?
You were all there, and it was very much kind of, I think, you know, they're playing a game. Who's doing this? Who's doing that? How aware?
DCC.
Was that something that was constantly on your mind, having come from a show like, you know, Love Island and been through that whole situation?
Not particularly. I don't know anyone on that show, on this show personally. Like, we've all got to know each other in there, but I learnt from the other show that the people that you meet on there aren't necessarily the people outside, the same people outside. So there are some people that I knew from the other show that, you know, are different on the outside, and it's just how it is.
And do you think everybody in there is being themselves? Do you think anybody in there is playing a game?
I'd like to think so, and I don't personally think that anyone's playing a game, but like I said, you know, you don't know until you know someone.
OK, well, listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
One more boy will be out this evening.
I know.
So somebody else will be joining you. Very quickly, can I ask you who you would like to win?
If Dan stays in, I'd like Dan to win.
Yeah.
Failing that, I would like Anne to win.
I'm
a supporter of the underdog.
Thank you so much, Mum. Come over. Thank you, Johnny.
Come here, missus.
You've done so well. You've been fantastic. He just said to his mum, come here, missus. So Andrew and Johnny are out of the house, but this is a triple eviction. So who else is going to be leaving tonight? It's down to Daniel and Courtney. I'll be back here in half an hour to reveal who you have saved. So we'll be back straight after Will and Grace. We'll see you in 30 minutes.
Uh-oh, drum roll.
Good luck.
That's the click.
I haven't locked the toilet yet.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, maybe you can go
Thank
to
you.
Go back to eating more.
Love you guys. Thank you very much.
It's been fun. What a night.
What a night.
I'm so glad I managed to sort my head out for the first 2 weeks because I'd be a right wreck right now, like even worse.
Yes.
I wouldn't be happy nervous. I'd be like,
I mean, the way your journey has come has been remarkable.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's win-win, Danny.
yeah.
It's win-win.
I could picture. I haven't been able to picture my baby.